everything is fluid, but it does appear that Kylan Boswell will be back. And you are probably looking at a backcourt next year, a starting backcourt of Kylan Boswell and Jaden Bradley. What say you, Jason Shear?
Yeah, the coaching staff is under the impression that Kylan will be back. I know people that away from the basketball program that Kylan has told that he will be coming back. So, if he comes back, from what I understand, they're going to roll with the Jaden Bradley, Kylan Boswell backcourt, and that's what it'll be.
All right, well, let's just get down to the brass tacks here. Here's where I'm at with Kylan Boswell. If Kylan Boswell comes back, my big thing is that I just need him to be held accountable. Again, this is a guy this is a talented kid. We've seen him against Duke. We've seen him in other games where he's played really well, but all too often it felt like he was just allowed to do basically whatever he wanted off the court, and on the court there was really no repercussions of ever actually being benched. So that to me has to change if he's back, because you're going to the Big 12 and that's a totally different animal.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, if Tommy thinks that Kylan Boswell is good enough, so be it. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. We'll find out. But I think the bigger issue is not whether or not Kylan starts or finishes the game or whatever it is. It's how he's handled, right? Like, if he can do everything that he did last season with no repercussions, it's not going to work. Now, the one thing I'll say is that, like, after Arizona lost to Clemson, Kylan's flat out said, I need to change some of my habits off the court. So he is self-aware. Now, changing it is a different story, but at least there's awareness that, hey, look, if I'm going to be successful at Arizona, things need to change on my part. Tommy probably thinks that things need to change on his part, and now we're going to see if it happens.
All right, now Joseph says you can't play that consistently bad and still be considered talented. He has to earn that title back. Again, I'm saying he's talented. I'm not saying that he was good. That to me is a big difference. One thing that does worry me a little bit about this, and again, is that I don't know that Kylan Boswell has necessarily done anything to be guaranteed a starting spot, which is essentially what is happening here. That to me is a little that feels to me like you got to earn that, not just basically be handed that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I think that the coaching staff, Tommy, basically says, look, I'm looking at the portal. I'm looking at the shooting guards available. And I believe that Kylan Boswell in his third year is going to be better than what I could get out of the portal. They have difficulty, that the coaching staff is having difficulty or would have difficulty landing a guard. Remember, no guards left. Philly B, if you want to count him as a guard, whatever. But they have 6 guards on the roster, basically. Right. So they're not going to be able to land a PJ Haggerty or whoever it may have been. So they basically say, look, we think he's the best option. Now, again, he could start the season that way, but if he screws up or he's not playing well, there has to be accountability.
Have you seen anything to indicate that there will be?
No, but things change maybe.
Okay. All right. Yes, we will see. Now, with Jaden Bradley, I need Jaden Bradley to be the point guard. I don't want him playing off the ball. I need Jaden Bradley to be the point guard. Kylan Boswell has shown at times that he can be a really good shooter. The one thing that we haven't really seen at all from Kylan Boswell is penetrating ability, whereas with Jaden Bradley, he can clearly get into the paint. He can clearly get into the lane. I need Jaden Bradley to be that point. If Kylan Boswell is playing off the ball, so be it. But Jaden Bradley needs to be the one, in my opinion, with the ball in his hands.